hold to it and shoot for the sky.
Welcome to the WrestleMania edition of the Ring Post Daily Podcast. We are the Ring Post Daily Podcast. He is Joey Hudson, wrestling the WrestleMania with a 1-point advantage that he won earlier this year.
Roman Reigns won.
I am the actual one, your six-time Ring Post Daily Prophecy Champion, Mr. RPD, Ty Ramsey, and today, or this week, it's WrestleMania week. It is. It's, you know, some years my WrestleMania week is better than my Christmas. So it's like me and Joey were just talking about that. Because, you know, it's like
I told Ty on Christmas, since my family lives far away, I don't really do much with Christmas. Maybe do a little something with my dog, but other than that, Christmas, I just kind of another day. WrestleMania isn't just another day. WrestleMania is a 2-night, a weekend extravaganza.
Usually, you know, it's hella wrestling. It's always RPD as well. The past 3 years, we've had SUPERCARDs at each of the Manias, and each of them brings something different. Like, you know, there's always like something I say. I can't remember which one it was when whatever year it was, WWE ID.
Oh, I can tell you what is it.
WWE ID had, you know, just come out and they had that program or whatever, and we had
like a year or so ago,
like 5 or 6 shows to call like all week, and
yeah.
I can't remember if it was.
I remember that
last year or the year before, but we had like
2 years ago, not last year, because I think last year was our last Mania, was our first Mania without so.
We had two ID shows. We had, I think a New Japan show and NXT Stand and Deliver. Then both nights.
NXT going to be New Japan, the ID, a GCW.
We did have a GCW. Jesus, okay. But now we've come all the way down to where Mania is its own SUPERCARD. It's 2 nights, and plus, you know, crazy stuff can happen, and it usually does every year. So we are.
Truth is a long time ago, before we went under new management, if that's what you want to say, I wanted to do stuff like this forever ago, and that was just not going to be an option. And now we're at a point where there's 4 equal, not just one overseer. And ideas, like, for example, on this super card, we got the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal from SmackDown the night before on air. We can throw ideas like that into the pot, get opinions, and if something hits the and if something sticks to the wall and everyone likes it, if everyone agrees, we do it. Like, it's so simple. So for the longest time, I've always said WrestleMania, now, especially now that it was 2 nights, should be its own pay-per-view, its own supercard. And now we're at that stage where we've grown up a bit in a way, competition-wise, where we're not competing on 5 different pay-per-views on one card no more. It's usually 2 to 3, maybe even 4, but it's to a fair amount. And I think a WrestleMania weekend plus a WrestleMania bonus match, the Andre match, a weekend that we'll be talking about for a long time, I'm ready for it, man. And I gotta know, as an interviewer, let me ask you, as a champion, just a month ago, I think it was like a month ago or over a month ago, you didn't have that title. You were going into WrestleMania as a challenger for the title. Now you pull a Cody Rhodes Drew McIntyre on us, and you take the title at the very last possible moment. You pull a John Cena where you can't get it done, but the last possible way you do. So here you are, Mr. John Randy Orton Cena. Here you are. But before we get to what's behind me, we don't even know what order you're going to be picking it. So,
yeah.
What's your idea going in? What's your strategy? Can you give us any ideas of strategies? Can you tell us any ideas?
Of course. Like, you gotta. The last 3 years, I've done, pretty much the same thing. It's like, stand on your picks. Because I found that at certain supercards,
Stay it on your picks. Put it on a shirt.
some other ones, I may have even lost the title because I hear what you guys say, and then it makes me be like, oh, that's a good point. You guys may be right about that. And then I make just a false move and just end up going the other way, even though I had something already planned. So, and the way I look at wrestling and doing the predictions, I've said this before, purely story, man. Like, just pay attention to the wrestling story and like where it's at, where do you see it going after each PLE or supercard, and that's where it stays at. When you start to get into, because I used to do this back in the day, and I do it sometimes now, but not as much as I used to. But getting into the whole dirt sheets and these contracts are expired, so this won't happen, and all the extra stuff that may or may not be true. I try to stay away from that and just watch what's on the screen, what's happening, and where do I think the wrestling story is going to go, rather than because
Right.
because I've been affected by PLEs like that before, like in the past where I was like, well, this couldn't happen because this person on this dirt sheet said that this guy, no way, this guy's coming back, or we all see that type of stuff, or this person was just released, and so it affects your wild cards and affects your picks. So
Yes.
I watch the story. You want
As we said before going live, I wanted to go last. I was focusing on going last as my strategy going in, and our Brotherhood champion co-host
what's
is not here tonight. But I do have the inside scoop. Eddie Wade, right now, he is training because he's focusing on future gold in wrestling. But he's also focusing on that title this weekend. And he was focusing on the Brotherhood title, and he took that from Max Austin Page. Eddie doesn't want to be known as Eddie 2 belts no more. He wants to be known as Eddie 3 belts. And that means Eddie's already accomplished goal number 1, the Brotherhood title. Are you going to get Goldberg here? Are you next?
No, this belt's not going anywhere. And Eddie he's not gonna prance around TSW rings with like three. Can Eddie even hold three belts? Like he's just gonna have just have multiple
Shoulder
hands.
and waist, shoulder waist.
You do. You got. Oh yeah, huh? You got boom waist. But listen,
You could do it. You could do it Eminem style too, where it's just hanging over the belt loop.
there you go. This is an inseparable to me. This
Do it
is
Roman Reigns style. Have Paul Heyman or whoever carry two of them. You carry the main one. Yeah.
yeah.
So, anyways, I meant to ask. I don't know if I got your answer or not, but what's it feel like going in as the former challenger, now the defending champion? And we said this months ago. Whoever went into WrestleMania SuperCard was defending the title right after the Elimination Chamber Revolution one as well. So the champion got no rest. Whether you're Eddie and you're defending it twice, or you're Tyreek fighting for it, winning it, and then turning around and having to defend it. There is no rest for the weary. Whatever rest there was, this is called WrestleMania, not WrestleMania.
Well, it feels good to be champ again, and I gotta stick to the predictions and keep my mind focused on the predictions because it can go either way, especially with you having a point advantage and the other two like if they could choose. It's WrestleMania, like you could see matches go either way, and it could 1 point could affect me if this be gone, but the
See,
like
that's
with
why I like
you
the
having
Andre the Giant stuff,
yeah.
the who's gonna crate stuff. That stuff is very important. When something like that does happen, and it pops up for a point, every point matters here. Now, I'm glad Eddie's not here and we have a little one-on-one time, because I had a bone to pick with you, champ.
Me.
Yeah, just over a month ago. Just about over a month ago. I came to you and made a deal, didn't I? I said that if you
You made
use
me
your one-on-one call your shot opportunity on me, I would not use my 1 point advantage. We could keep the WrestleMania SuperCard Brotherhood free. We'd both go in equal and see who comes out champ. You did not accept that deal. And here we are now, and I have to teach you a lesson and cash in the 1 point advantage and take the title from you.
yeah.
Before you had an equal shot. Now we're already going in with you 1 point behind.
I also you have to beat me.
I'm
I
confident.
can just catch up. It's like
I know. Beating you is kind of hard.
it's not only that I have the
Especially
championship.
at AEW stuff. AEW stuff, you're way better than me. I think WWE stuff, we're kind of neck and neck at times.
The championship, yeah, for sure. The championship stuff. The championship advantage. It's like you can't tie with me because I just keep my title. It's like we both kind of win the thing, but then I keep the title. So you have to be a point above. But like I said, that 1 point could be the difference between what ultimately will be the end of my WrestleMania streak because I'm
Ooh, that's true. And you have a Royal Rumble streak that you have a tie on there, but you've never been defeated at Rumble. So
and elimination.
ooh,
Like, WrestleMania season be mine.
wow. So me and Eddie have a chance to end a streak and become and before we get to what's behind me and everything, I also said this is coming out of my own pocket, just because it's something I want to do, whether it's for me who wins or you or Eddie or whatever. But I have a little mystery package, let's say, that someone will receive in the mail and open here live on RPD when they get it. They won't open it and see it before the show. They will open it here live on the show. Now,
The winner.
the winner. Yeah, we're trying to make WrestleMania SuperCard and WrestleMania season a little bit more special here. And I thought to myself, I know what I want to get the winner, and I don't want anyone thinking like it's something extravagant or something fucking fancy. You're not gonna get a Porsche 911, okay? I'm not Mr. Beast, but I think the win. But I think the winner is gonna. they're gonna be pretty. It's gonna be pretty cool. It's gonna be pretty cool. So whether you guys win or I win, I'll get it for myself if I win. But because I really want it myself. But you guys, I got y'all. So the winner of this super card has a little bit of a congratulations mystery package coming their way. Whoever wins, and they become RPD champion.
But first, we gotta figure out who picks first and who doesn't. Like this has been
Oh,
something that's affected many,
well,
especially back in the day when you have, we used to have, at a time on air, 4 to 5 people, and that order really matters because you could hear like 3 or 4 other opinions before you make your decision. Like, oh, I didn't think of it that way, or you can make a switch or choose not to, or Joey having a 1 point advantage. Say like he just decides to choose everything that everybody else chooses. Like, he does the same picks as everybody else because he has a 1 point advantage. That way, when it lines up,
you know me so well.
and it just works like that.
Hey! I have tried that strategy before, and it's bitten me in the butt because we've either tied or the wild or the something got that person like right like that step over me. But
just 1 point and everything. That's why.
Oh God!
Who knows?
Now look. You ready for this?
Mm-hmm.
So Eddie's absence also changes the future of this wheel because now, as you see, there is. Well, I don't know if you can see, but there is Ty, Joey, Eddie, all one names.
Mm-hmm.
And then there are 1, 2, 3 Spinagans. Well, now, since Eddie's gone, all of Eddie's is spins again. So that is 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 6 Spinagans now. Ty. Now, here's the other ones. You and me's on there too, but there are some different ones. There's only one on the board, so you'll be lucky if you get it. It's like the 1 million on Wheel of Fortune, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
There's one that says Ty's Choice, which means Tyreek gets to pick the order.
Yeah.
Then there's one that says Joey's Choice, which, God dang, I forgot about that. I hope I get it. Well, shit, it wouldn't matter. Well, if anything, I just hope I guess it wouldn't matter. Eddie's not here. I was going to say, Kevin, I could pick third, but I can't. It's either after you or before you. Then there's one that says Eddie's Choice, which will just say that's a spin again. Now, I had one extra spot. I didn't know what to put. So what I put on there, and I hate that it falls on you. It's unfair. Champion goes first. Now, with Eddie on there, let's say champion would have gone first. Now it would have been me and Eddie spinning to see who goes second.
Oh, okay, I see.
But if it would have just landed on a name, we would have just gone that counterclockwise. But yeah. So you understand what's on here?
Yeah, the spin right now is just see if it lands on Joey, then he goes first, and if it lands on me, then then of course the others Eddie's are spin again, and if it lands on either of our choices, then that's it.
Hang on.
There you go.
Yeah, good fair. I like these spins too, the long ones. Click. What is it? Hold on. Oh my God.
It's going. Is that my choice?
Ty's choice. So first or second? Yeah.
I think I'll go second.
Oh shit! No, really?
I will go. Yes.
So you're going second?
Yes, for sure.
God dang, Eddie really lucked into freaking third place.
Well, well, either way, it's like he won't see this video until it comes out on Friday, or I know you're gonna try to get it up early, but he
Well,
still
that's
won't,
true.
he still won't know our picks. So when he puts his in the chat, like so my choice is
Okay,
Eddie will
so
put his stuff in the chat.
before we go any further, I'm sorry, your audio cut out.
What was that? Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now. Yes. What were you saying? Your audio cut
I
out.
was just saying that um either way, Eddie won't know his uh what our picks are because it's on the video, and he won't really get to see the video until it's uploaded.
Right.
So my choice is, Eddie will reveal his picks in the chat. And well, either way, it's the same thing.
Dang, I should have said on my wild card that Eddie will pick third. So
What
you
were you
ready
gonna
to get
say?
into this?
Yeah.
So the song for this was found on YouTube. We use all commercial-free music here on the podcast, from Facebook, YouTube, SoundCloud, stuff like that. We use stuff that we can't be, copyrighted over. This is free to use, commercial use music.
Hmm.
And the song is called, the SuperCard theme is called Champion by Marilla Music. You'll see that on the screen and stuff right here as we speak. And as we go into this, we just found out the order of choosing will be Joey, Ty, Eddie.
Hmm.
There are 14 matches on this card. Now, I don't know how we usually do wilds, but I thought the way we were doing wilds is we would do one wild for the whole Mania. Are we doing one card for the whole pay-per-view?
Yeah, I think that works. Just having one would be fine.
Now,
I
if you
think the
can
main
somehow
one-
think of one that would somehow be a night one or night two, that's fair. I say that's fair.
What do you mean? So you're saying you want to do two?
No, I said I think one is I said if you have one super or one wild card and it somehow is could happen on night one or night two thing,
Oh, I see what you
then
mean.
I think that's fair.
Yeah. Because
But I think it's a lot easier too than having two nights, two wilds.
yeah, because it could be tied to either one of the nights, because it could be tied to a specific match, or it could just like you said, apply to both nights. Like we'll see this on one of the nights. Sounds good.
Alrighty. Some key points about this WrestleMania Supercard is it's 2 nights and a 1 match on SmackDown.
Hmm.
Tyreek is going in as a champion. This is his first defense as champion since winning the title at the last Supercard against Eddie and I.
And
Champion was going.
after this,
Good.
whoever wins, it's gonna be a minute before a belt defense, right? Like it's gonna it's gonna be
Well, the
like
next one is like a 3 pay-per-view card, and it's Backlash and a couple others, and it's gonna be
Is that for the
the
ring?
next one. Yeah, that's for the ring. So Austin will be defending that ring next month.
So, sounds good.
But we got 14 matches spanning over 2 nights and a half, if you want to say that.
Mhm.
Like I said, this is Tyreek going in as champion first defense, is winning it last month. This is my 1 point advantage cash in. I lead by 1 point right now as we speak. And to get technical, this is Eddie Wade's rematch from losing it last month.
Yes.
Eddie Wade has a chance at redemption here at WrestleMania Supercard. I have a chance to win back the title that I won once and never truly rightfully got back. And Tyreek,
The streak is what I'm fighting.
you're the call shot contract holder. So if you win this title here, if you retain your title here, who to say this next 3 pay-per-view Supercard for the ring, you don't go in challenging Austin 1-on-1.
Time will tell. Time will tell.
All right. Well, let's get into it since I'm going first. Gosh darn it. So, getting into it, we're going to start off with the women's IC title. AJ Lee, the champion, versus Becky Lynch, the challenger.
Man.
Who you think's gonna win, Ty?
I think my answer is Joey chooses Trish. So that's what I'm going with. That's exactly who I'm going with.
I tried. Well,
It's a tough match to call to me.
so no one's got a career on the line, but doesn't mean one wouldn't retire if they lost.
Well, no careers on the
AJ
line.
Lee just won it. She's
Yeah,
only had maybe 1 or 2 defenses, if
that's what's
I'm
tripping.
correct.
What's, trippy about the match is that I I think a couple of us at Elimination Chamber thought that Becky would just win and she would be defending the title at Mania, but here we
Yeah,
are.
everyone thought AJ was going to take it at Mania.
Even that, yeah, it's like even months ago, I thought AJ and Becky couldn't even or I thought they could still like fight at Mania and have a great feud without the title. So it's crazy where
Yeah.
this match has gone to where AJ's going in defending that and now that it's been passed around because remember it went from Becky to Maxine back to
hmm
Becky and now to AJ and it's a it's very wonky to call.
Well, I don't know if I don't know. I don't think AJ's losing it. I don't think she's coming back just to win it and lose it at Mania. That's what John Cena did, but she's not John Cena.
Yeah.
She, I think, I think this is where maybe Becky takes time off to be a mom because she likes to do that,
Mm,
and we get some other girl debuting on the Raw and SmackDowns after Mania, so they'll fill a hole where Becky takes time off, and this is where Becky will lose and take time off. So my pick and the first pick of this WrestleMania Supercard is mine, and it is AJ Lee.
yeah, another factor I had, you know, just thought about was, the fact that, AJ is part-time. Like, that's clearly what her contract is. Even though she's been kind of around for Mania season, she has that kind of, I guess Brock Lesnar, Roman Reigns, schedule where she does come around for the big four or certain events that are big. Like obviously she came back or her first match back was WrestlePalooza, and that was like the big debut on ESPN and everything. But, so it's easy to see that maybe she would lose it because of that reason. But I think I have to agree with you there and go with AJ Lee.
Okay.
That's who I'm going with.
And we will get Eddie's later. Moving on. The WWE United States title match. Sami Zayn, the champion, versus Trick Williams, the challenger. I'm going to say Trick Williams. He's hot. The fans love him. Even Bubba Ray Dudley and others have said that even though he's a bad guy, the fans have chosen Trick Williams as their next megastar.
You got to
The
trust.
fans.
Uh,
He's a heel, and everyone chants for him. Everybody does the entrance. They have all the other Hall of Famers and legends. A lot of them say that Trick Williams has been chosen by the people, to be that next one to reach Cena, Roman Reigns type of status. Kind of like where Obafemi's at right now.
yeah.
So, Sami Zayn won the title. That's an accomplishment he can put on his record. But I think the reason they did this is because they want to save Trick Williams and Carmelo Hayes for another day.
Mm-hmm.
So they don't want to put that on this Mania. Sami Zayn earned his way onto the Mania card. He got there, but now he has to face Trick. I think Zayn's there to be the guy. He's a transitional champion at this point.
Yeah.
He's the guy that they put the title on to say, hey, Trick's winning at Mania regardless. Do you want Melo to lose to him? Oh God, no. Mania is packed with big time matches. This is one that we can save for like a Rumble or a SummerSlam or something. 2 night SummerSlam. We can save that. So let's put this title on Zayn. Have him lose it to Trick, and then this Sami Zayn storyline will continue with him having some different ways of thinking and different character changes to where he's on that like whether I'm a good guy, bad guy, I got that villainous instinct in me, like Randy Orton was telling him.
Yeah.
So I think this is gonna be his downfall at Mania. He won it not too long ago, by the way, years ago from he won the tag titles at Mania. The year after that, he won the IC title from an undefeated 666-day Gunther.
Was he there last
You
year?
know, yeah, he was there last year. I forget what he did, but yeah.
Too.
So see, this guy right here, Zayn, he's gonna get a good payday. He's had tons of Mania moments. This is giving back to the business. This is how you create stars. If you put Trick Williams in there just to say he was there and he lost to Sami Zayn, it's like, first off, that's not what the fans want, and second, this is how you create stars. WrestleMania. So it's obvious right there for me. It's got to be T-Dub.
I agree with that pick, and pretty much all of what you said. It's like it seems like Sammy's he wants the world title. He wants one of those world championships. That's what he's really after. And you're right. It does feel like this was almost like a transitional thing to where it's like we're not trying to have Melo lose at Mania, and and we could have that match for another day, but Sammy needs a match for Mania, and he can hold that and take that L. He'll still be Sammy and still be chasing. And also just what you said in the beginning, Trick is that guy, man. Like he's one of the ones who are just
I
next.
love his theme song. I love his entrance. I love his.
I
I
think
love it all, man.
The reason I like even initially I've been going with Trick on this feud, but the reason I went just initially was like whose music do you want to hear at the end of that match? Going
Whoop
on?
that Trick. What? Oh man. All I asked for is Booker T on commentary. That's
That'd be
fair.
right for the entrance, right?
That's
That'd
fair.
be-
Booker T earns that
yeah,
moment.
he could be there. He could be there.
He'll be around there WrestleMania time, I bet. He'll be at WWE backstage somewhere doing something.
Put him in the chair. Put him in the chair.
It's
Just
WrestleMania time. You can't give the guy 10 grand and say, hey, come and do some shit. All right. So it's
yeah.
2 matches we agree on.
Trick Willie.
Whoop that Trick. What? Okay. So moving on to the next one is hold on. Okay. The next one is Andre the Giant versus Stone Cold Steve Austin. No, I'm just playing. No, the next one is Jacob.
Oh, okay.
The next one is Jacob Fatu versus Drew McIntyre. I don't know. What did Jacob do last year? He defended the IC title, I think, right? Or he won it from LA Knight.
Last year, Jacob Fatu won his first championship, United States Championship against LA Knight. Yeah, he at the time LA Knight was champion, and I think LA Knight might have bet like it was kind of like Sammy. It's like he became champion during WrestleMania season, I think, and then
Yeah.
but yeah, he won last year his first title. That's when so I think so much be going on in wrestling. Sometimes you forget, but I think Solo took it off of him like some months later when they were feuding, because he was still in. Bro, last year Jacob was still part of Solo's bloodline during that, like going into Mania.
True. Well, I honestly think it's going to be Jacob Fatu because, first off, Drew McIntyre's had many moments. Jacobs had like maybe one. This is how you make stars. I think there's okay. So if you look at the main event, what they've done is in the Cody Orton and the Punk and Reigns match, they've made two main events where the crowd will be 50-50 basically.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they wanted. And somewhere in that Punk and Reigns and the Cody Orton match, and maybe even in the Brock and Femi and other matches, people will get disappointed on the show. And people that everyone's betting money on winning will lose. But I think this is going to be one of those matches where it's kind of like let's give them a feel-good match.
Mm-hmm.
Let's let these two guys just go out there and have a
banger.
hardcore type match, and let Drew get his time and his moments and get his flowers, and get Jacob his moment.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, it's Jacob Fatu.
this this match I tie it to the past few years, predicting things, you kind of know it's on some trends, I guess. It's like last year when Drew and Priest, they went on one with the street in a street fight, and Drew ended up winning that. Everyone was telling me that he would be I was like, okay, like this seems like, Drew after overcoming Priest in this great match. Going in, I immediately thought, okay, whoever wins this match between Priest and Drew is going after whoever is world champion. And I feel like with this match too, like on SmackDown, it's like Drew and Jacob are clearly in the main event scene. Jacob has not stepped into the main event part of the world championship scene, that part of the main event scene, kind of like Braun was, like Braun was, he stepped in there with Punk in the beginning, but before he was just going with Seth and Roman and guys in the main event, and that's where Jacob I feel like is right now. He's working with Drew, he's working with Cody, and he's been working with McMahon, but now it's time to go after the world title. So I think he's going to win, and that'll be momentum going after whoever wins the world title in the main event.
So you say Drew?
No, I say Jacob because I think
Jacob. Okay.
So yeah, I feel like the
Cool.
winner of this is going to be going after the world title after Mania, and I think Jacob's going to win.
So far, there's 3 matches you and me tied on, and we will not know Eddie's until probably tomorrow evening. Now, the next one. WWE Women's Title. Women's Championship. Jade Cargill, the champion, versus Rhea Ripley, the challenger. If I have to go first, I'm going to say Jade Cargill. We're going to get some up and downers here. Rhea's had moments. She did NXT and got WWE exposure. You're talking about Jade Cargill from AEW, where a lot of fans didn't even know her until she came over here. No one ever watched AEW stuff and thought it was crap. So a lot of people, not everybody, but a lot of people, and those people therefore did not see her TBS or title reign and everything else. Therefore, this is her real first. I think last year, either last year or the year before. I think it was the year before. Her, Bianca, and Naomi teamed up and defeated Nia Jax and a few other people.
Yeah.
But this is her first real her real first solo Mania performance and match.
Last year she had a one-on-one match with member Naomi. They had their
Who won?
Her.
Naomi.
Yeah, because remember it was the whole thing where Who
They
attacked Jade?
tattoo, yeah.
Who attacked Jade, and then it got revealed as Naomi. So yeah, but she won that match. Jade won that match.
Okay.
So yeah, so
So
she's been undefeated at Mania. I guess,
I
yeah.
think I think Jade needs more than Rhea. Rhea's got, I think, gonna have more with EO going on. So I think it's gonna be Cargill. And Jay just started a new faction with Mia Yim. I forget her current name, Mia Yim. Um,
Uh,
you know what I'm talking about.
Luchin.
Meechin, Meechin, and
Mhm.
BFAB. So if they're gonna be if they're at ringside, they're most likely getting like knocked down or not
Expect
becoming a factor. If they ain't in the match at ringside, they're probably coming out and getting involved. So I think at some point Cargill's got to pull it off. Jade Cargill will win and continue. Therefore, Rhea will move on to Io Sky. And who's the set? And yeah.
Yeah, that's can't wait till Io and Rhea start feuding again because I'm also gonna go with Jade. And it just seems like you know her title reign has been a lot of like dominance and squashes, but she's been defending it against the SmackDown Women's mid card. That's why she like barely defends it. Like she's already pretty much beaten everybody on the roster. When Jordan Grace came up, it was like I thought it was great, her getting a title shot and everything. But once that feud was done, it's kind of like she rarely works with anybody because they're literally like keeping her away from the main eventers. This is her really like stepping in and finally going like one on one with the main eventer on a big show. So
Yeah.
once she beats Rhea, like she's gonna beat Rhea Ripley. Like it's like then that leaves it open for her to work with Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss and Becky Lynch or wherever the draft goes. Like this, I feel like this is just her coming into the main event scene and start defending it against main event women. So and like you said, with the new faction, like expect shenanigans, and I'm going with Jay Cargill as well for those reasons.
So you're going with Cargill too?
Yes.
All right.
So far, we don't have no differences, right?
Not yet. I like it. That's what I wanted. At least for now.
That's what you think you want.
At least for now. Not for all. I feel a change in wins about to happen. Coming up next, the women's world title. Stephanie Vaquer, the champion, versus Liv Morgan, the challenger. I think Liv Morgan is going to win this. Um, Judgment Day has 3 matches here. The IC title match with JD McDonough, which is pretty cool. He's in that. Then there's the Dom versus Balor match, and then there's this match. So, if I'm looking at it and I think so and so here's going to win and so here's going to win, Judgment Day can't go 3 for 3 at this pay per view. If they did, that'd be awesome. JD getting his Mania moment, who knows? Oh my God. But if anyone's leaving Mania in the Judgment Day as a champion or a victor here, I think it's going to be Liv Morgan. I think she, her being dirty and stuff. Okay, yeah, but yeah, I'll save my thought for later.
Yeah, the champ is also going Liv Morgan. Seems like
Wow.
she's going to. I just think it sets up for great feuds down the line, especially since that gold is back. It's like I can't remember. I'm pretty sure it was, but like when Roxanne wasn't really getting accepted in the Judgment Day. I think Liv was, but this was before Liv got injured, and she kind of uh, she had the championship. I think I don't think she got injured and just never went back after the championship. I think, but either way, now that title is back in between the Judgment Day, so I think that sets up for it's our Judgment Day is already like losing members, but we've seen the tension between Liv and Roxanne and Liv and Raquel. It's like that; those are two great feuds that could happen with Liv becoming world champion. Something for them to go after. And plus, there's other feuds that Liv can do. So I think Liv's gonna take the win here and take the title.
All right, and I have so many things to say, but I'm going to save my comment for later.
I've
I really will, and it'll be just a quick one, not something too long. So,
seen the entire Judgment Day. No,
so moving on, we got the women's tag team title fatal 4-way match. Nia Jax and Lash Legends, the champions, versus WWE Hall of Famers Nikki and Brie, the Bella Twins, versus Alexa Bliss and Ric Flair. Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair, and versus Lyra Valkyria and Bayley. Um, I think there's going to be a Bayley Lyra feud to happen down the road. So either they could win the titles and then lose them and fight, or this could be the point of that. The Bellas, I'm honestly gonna go with the Bellas just because I think that's the whole reason they came back, and everyone here is getting a WrestleMania payday. They're Hall of Famers, so I think WWE wants to make like that Michael Cole moment where they're Hall of Famers and they just won tag team title gold, and so I think this is why they're back anyway. Now, I do wish that this could be a way where they talk to her and they get Daniel Bryan back in WWE. I would like that very much.
who's Daniel Bryan? I know this guy in AEW named Bryan Danielson, but who's Daniel
Yeah,
Bryan?
yeah. Who you got?
I am. We think alike because me originally, my fandom just because of what happened to Bailey last year and her getting taken off the card. I I wanted to see, originally, like if you asked me like 2 weeks ago, I would have said, yeah, I want Bailey and Lyra to win the titles. But after looking over the feud and and how it's progressed, like I agree with you. I feel like the Bellas came back for this moment right here, and to win the tag team titles. And I don't think I think it's just better that right now. I know their partnership and everything, but Lash and Nia, I think it'd be better if they were just on the singles division in SmackDown, and same with Charlotte and Alexa. Like they'd go straight to the main event team, like I said, for Jade Cargill and everything, and so they were winning. So I was like, is it gonna be the Bellas? And I was like, I don't know. And then I originally wanted Lyra and Bailey to win for that moment because Bailey missed out last year, but I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go with the Bellas for why he says. Like I feel like they came back. They're gonna be at the top of the women's division because of who they are clearly, and that could set up even for a match where Bailey and Lyra finally get the win over them.
So you're going with Bellas too?
Yeah, because I think this. I feel like we're gonna see after this loss, we are gonna see like Lyra's probably gonna go through the mixed personality thing as well, like Bailey is, and she's gonna have more of an edgier side about her, and we haven't really seen an edgier side of Lyra yet. She's been more babyface for the most part. So Bella's
Okay. Can you give me just 1 second? Let me grab something from this table.
Yeah, you're good.
Hang on, I'm just making sure that dog's not underneath me. Ellie, I see you, babe. Okay.
A word from our sponsors. Do you live in Kentucky? I'm not sure what part of Kentucky, but it doesn't matter because either way, you should travel to a TSW where you can see either way possibly lose his mask to somebody he faces. I don't know. We should see, but regardless, you could see Mike Murphy, the superhero, or even Joey Hudson as an interviewer.
Okay, I'm back. So, this WrestleMania card so far, we are tied, and this is all without Eddie's involvement right now.
Yep, so far
So,
no super picks, so we keep it going.
okay,
Because that's
hold on.
another thing. That's another thing that could affect. Sometimes we have the same picks, but one of us it's our super pick, and then that like if we both get it wrong, then that screws one of us more.
That's true. Okay, so the next one is the new tag team champions Austin Theory and Logan Paul the Vision and I Show Speed
Mm,
versus the Usos, Jimmy and Jay, and
mm,
LA Knight in a 6-man tag match.
and this will
For
be the opening. I believe they announced it was going to be the or one of the opening matches for WrestleMania. I think this is the first match we're going to see.
Saturday, yeah.
Yeah, this is the first to kick off. We're going to hear somebody's music. I assume the Usos will kick off Mania, but either way, this is gonna start off the show.
All right. Well, I gotta go with. Oh, this is like the only celebrity involved match. Um,
Well, you got Jelly Roll and yeah, that's right, because Jelly Roll and Pat are kind of just part of the Orton feud.
Jelly Roll, I consider still an outside
Yeah, same with
personality. Pat McAfee, I consider inside.
Lil Yachty's kind of showed. I don't even know if Yachty's gonna be there at Mania.
Or Jelly Roll. He's not even, promoted.
Yeah,
Hold on.
this match is interesting. It's like I feel like I went back and forth on this one.
Okay. So, if I have to choose, I'm going to say Vision and Speed. I think somehow right now they're doing this. How the hell is he? Well, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hold on, time out. Wasn't he cursed by?
Yeah, by Danhausen. Speed
Oh shit.
was cursed.
Nope. Never mind. Nope. If he's been cursed, no. Unless Danhausen shows up and uncurses him, or he runs into him and gets uncursed.
Well,
But
before you make your decision final, it this is kind of where my choice went, and uh I noticed that in him being cursed, it's Speed being cursed has even though it's failed him, it's resulted in the Vision winning. Like the Vision won the titles because of Speed fucking up, and then uh it was
well, yeah,
because
but them are like inconveniences. Like, yeah, he
yeah,
cost them the titles, but now he's in for a butt kicking. Now he gets pushed into LA Knight by accident, but it looks like he did it. Like, yeah, Logan Paul and them, yeah, they're definitely benefiting from him being there at ringside and the matches and stuff. But I Show Speed being cursed, it's like, oh my gosh, this guy has the worst
Yes.
ever. He's about to debut at WrestleMania against LA Knight and the Usos, gonna get a butt whooping, something, whatever. But if he's cursed, I mean, I don't know. Like I said, unless he runs into Danhausen somehow and gets uncursed, which that could or could not happen, but it
Well, it's at the
hasn't.
beginning of the show, so you have to do it like before on SmackDown or something. Like,
Yeah.
Danhausen,
So
lift the
where
pin.
so where my head's at right now, well, the Vision just won the tag titles. And yeah, so the Vision just won the tag titles in Madison Square Garden. They beat the Usos, Hall of Fame tag team. So they had their moment. I Show Speed, this is his WrestleMania moment just by being in it. I think by them having, now he has been training, as we've seen on Raw, so, he possibly could pull a Bad Bunny here,
Yeah, well, either way, I feel like he's gonna, whether they win or lose,
See
like
that? You see that
he's gonna
YouTube
do
video
a
he
big
did?
move. Like he's gonna
You see that,
take a big move.
did you see that YouTube video he did where it was like a speed run, a WWE speed run?
Yeah, I think it was with
Well,
Randy.
I feel like he got that footage from back when he was all those months when he was training, all those months when he
Yeah.
was training for this moment. He probably knew months ago this is what was going to happen, and they said, "Well, dude, since you're like not even an athlete or nothing, like let's get you trained for WrestleMania here in 6 or 8 months, and you can even make a little documentary out of it and say you did a speed test run, but really, that's just footage we're allowing you to share
Mhm.
and make it look like that. That's what we want you to portray it as. But you'll really be here training and getting ready for WrestleMania. So now all these training videos you see on Raw, he's been doing that for months. He's probably gonna have some cool moves and stuff.
So who's your
But
pick?
god dang,
Um, I could find reasons for both.
uh, I'm gonna go with, this is the starter match, right?
This is the beginning match. Like, it's the first
Oh
one
yeah,
start off the
that
entire
that
thing.
that
And then
totally helps me.
and then
Usos and Knight, Usos and Knight,
okay, yeah.
because they're gonna start the show off with a happy, put a smile on everyone's face. Let's get pumped for more. Why would they want to start the show on a boo? No one. They don't want to. They're on ESPN. The first hour of WrestleMania is free on both nights. So why would they want to start Mania off with a negative? Why would they want to end a match and go and be like, wow, the first match WrestleMania on ESPN, Netflix, whatever, and it was a um, it was an outcome no one wanted. No one really, everyone else likes the Usos and the Night. Why would we give the other team the victory to start the show off? I think you're going to start it off with a positive note. There's going to be a lot of positive and negatives on this card. This is going to be the first match. We're going to start off with a good, positive vibe because there's going to be some disappointments to come. So I go with the Vision, or I go with the Usos and Night.
This is so tough because in my head, as we talk about it, I feel like I keep going back and forth. But
In your head, you're saying Joe's right.
it's just that, man, I am gonna go with the Vision
Really?
only
Really?
because only because of the sequences of events that's happened. Like I said, Speed is cursed, and I could see him losing. And plus, like you said about opening the show on a positive note, but his curse almost seems like it's a cause the Vision to win somehow. And I don't know, like as much as I hate going for Logan Paul, because man, I swear he ruins every one of my favorites. Every single like he's beaten Ray multiple times. I didn't
Right?
want him to have a match with John Cena, but he did. He's beaten Randy Orton a couple or in multi-man matches. He's freaking he didn't beat Seth Rollins at Mania, thank God. But he took the tag titles from my favorite tag team of all time and did it with one of my favorite, like he's not really an up and comer now, but Theory, I've been a fan of Theory for a while, so I'm just like,
Me too. Me too. I love Theory.
stay away from my favorites, like please. But I feel like they're gonna find a way to win, and my hope is that the way it goes down is that last time we saw Speed, he was in the Rumble and got his ass speared by Braun Breaker. So I think it'd be dope if Braun Breaker returned because he's part of the Vision after they win, and like, who the fuck is this guy? And Speed gets PTSD and ends up getting speared again at the end of it, even though they just won. And Braun's like, get this guy out of here. He ain't in the Vision, but I hope that
Yeah.
happens. But I am gonna, I'm gonna stick with that. Like, even though
The
it's,
Vision. So Team Vision.
yeah, and let's move on before I change my mind.
I mean, hey, if you
I'm
want
gonna
to change your
vision,
mind, this is a WrestleMania
but I'm just saying,
episode. We have plenty of time. You can talk and think.
yeah, well,
Do you really want to break the streak? Do you really want to break the WrestleMania same pattern streak we're on right here right now?
I mean, yeah, because I something,
Okay,
something tells me.
I
I don't know,
respect it.
but I've been wrong before.
I respect it.
Also, I hate when that happens when I go for someone I don't like and it ends up
Hunt
biting me in
maybe.
the ass. I was like, damn it, I should have just went against them. Like I think I did that with Dom last year. I like I freaking went for him because I thought on the roll well no, not last year, I think it was the year before. He's in a tag match going against his dad and Andrade, and I freaking went for Dom and Santos, and I'm just like, I thought they were gonna win, and it's like maybe go for this loser against Ray, and Ray ended up winning. And I was like, Dom, why didn't you win for me?
Right. Okay. So the only match on the card so far that has one difference. Now,
The opening match, that's crazy.
hmm the next one is Gunther versus Seth Rollins.
Oh my word! This I just want to talk about how this came out of nowhere, but I love it. It's like this is literally my guy versus my brother's guy. My brother's favorite guy right now is freaking Gunter, and you know what's crazy is that his like all time guy, his GOAT is Cena. But even after Gunter did what he did to Cena, he still is big fan of Gunter. So we're gonna be watching in front of the TV, probably yelling at each other, just like, oh, this guy's gonna win. But it's I could see both ways going, to be honest, with where this story's gone, and plus where they're both at in their career right now.
It's WrestleMania, bro.
Had me up all night. I don't know who's gonna, but go ahead.
So Gunther has retired Goldberg, Cena, and AJ Styles. Now, I believe that AJ Styles was the only true retirement match on their career killer record, because Goldberg and Cena was already retiring on them dates. That's what that show was for.
He filled a spot,
So,
but but AJ, he was like, he was saying, "Yo, your career's on the line."
yeah. But it's just crazy because, like, I don't know. But Gunther has beaten everybody. He's back. This is out of the blue. Rollins' career is not on the line. I kind of was hoping it was going to be the stipulation because that was going to make my super pick very, very easy.
Mm.
But since it's not, I can't gamble on that right now. So I do think there's other factors. And see, just because I'm talking a lot and I'm saying a lot of facts here, there's a lot of things I'm not saying,
Mm.
and I'm not going to put any ideas in anyone's head.
Okay.
I'm going first. That's my strategy. Keep my thoughts to myself, not change anyone's mind. If you think so and so's going to win, I would just give. Now, the last time in the Vision match and Speed, I was just like really amazed that you chose them, and I was just giving you that opportunity to like, hey, bro, you want to keep the streak going, because I know certain matches where you and me most likely won't have the same picks.
Yeah.
So I figured that wouldn't be one of them. But moving on, yeah, Gunther. I mean, Gunther and Rollins. Yeah, I think there's so many things that could happen, and yeah. So, um,
I also
I
love it.
think it's gonna be Gunther.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Gunther lost at last Mania. Who did he beat? No, he lost at the Mania before last to
Yep.
Sami Zayn for the title. Who did Gunther face last year?
Yeah. Well, last year Gunter lost to Jey Uso.
Uso. Okay. So Gunther paid the favor. And not only did Gunther pay the favor, but he paid the favor for something that didn't work out. Jay couldn't. Jay admitted to getting blown out too quick and too tired. And the world championship struggle is not meant. That grind isn't meant for everyone 24/7. They're not. John Cena, Roman Reigns, or Lesnar, depending on how you do it. But Eddie Guerrero, when he beat Brock Lesnar for the title, and he beat Eddie or Kurt Angle for the title and retained it at WrestleMania 20, eventually Eddie Guerrero lost the WWE title because he just said it was too much pressure being that, you're not just the world champion, you're not just a this champion, you're the WWE name brand champion. So that was a lot of pressure, and he decided, like, hey, I'd like to lose the title because I just can't take the pressure. Anyways, um, Gunther did the favor, and it didn't work out with Jay, and I think they owe him that back. I think Gunther maybe should have won last year. Jay could have won in no time. Gunther is going to get his win back from last year, and I think also the year before where he lost to Sami Zayn, the Intercontinental title. So, with two Manias, Gunther no victory, Rollins already being a WWE Hall of Famer, and hell, maybe Gunther retiring John Cena and AJ Styles and throw Goldberg in there while you're in there. Maybe that alone makes Gunther a future Hall of Famer. But Rollins doesn't need to win here. Gunther lost the past two. This is Rollins or Gunther's time to get back to World Championship status. After this, he'll go get a title. He'll probably lose it. Go face Lesnar at SummerSlam in Minneapolis, Minnesota, where most likely he will retire Brock Lesnar. That's what the rumor is. But yeah, I think Gunther wins. Sorry for talking so long. And just because I said and everything I just said, that's not everything I had to say. I'm not going to say my thoughts. I'm not going to impact your decision. I was just naming facts there. Being a good journalist.
Well, like I said, can't get shaky in the moment. You got to stand on what you came in with.
Oh shoot,
And,
Ty
and
cooking over here.
yeah, we know
Ty's rap album coming out. We cooking.
we know who I'm going
Put
with.
it on shirt.
The ones I am uh I feel like every show I find a reason to talk about Seth Rollins, but like I just feel like he's going to win here. and it's just like I said, it's a tough call because I can see both winning. Because honestly, I think it's quite clear that we've seen the best version of Gunter, but I think this is probably like the best version of Seth Rollins. Like
Okay, let me
everything
ask you this:
from the
When was Gun? Let me ask you this: When was Gunther's last performance match? His last match, the Rumble.
yes, it was against AJ, and he
Okay,
retired him.
yeah. So
Well,
see,
actually,
Gunther.
his last one was he got eliminated by he was the runner up in the Royal Rumble. That's what I meant to say. He got eliminated by Roman.
Yeah. So Gunther here, he's had a record in like WWE where he's been like champion like 90% of the time he's been there. He's been undefeated like 85% of the time he's been there.
Hmm.
And I think the way you do Gunther right now is he left on a roll. Sure, he didn't win the Rumble, but that wasn't what he went to the Rumble to do. That's not all he had to do at the Rumble. He did,
Also, that's not what people remember. People remember
yeah,
him retiring AJ. Like that's what people remember.
yeah, yeah. So to me, it's like, yeah, Gunther left on a roll. He's not fighting for a world title since he never lost the role he was on. He just left on it.
Yeah.
Let's 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 put him in Mania and have him win and beat Rollins. Rollins will load the money for losing. So, who do you got? Did you say who you got?
Yeah, I'm choosing Seth
Okay. Yeah.
because, and it's this is one of my favorite matches of this entire card, just because of
It's like a wild card itself.
yes, it's like they're both just so they're both fit in this same this is a match I feel like I've been waiting for, and they just fit so
This was
well.
out of nowhere.
Yeah, and they're both like technicians. But the thing is, this to me feels like back in it was either 2023 or 2024. But Swerve had just won the championship, and back during that run, after Swerve building up to the championship, he was in his prime, and once he won, then he was still on his roll. Will Ospreay had just debuted that same year. He won the Continental Championship and won it, and they did a champion versus champion match at Forbidden Door. They were just both on this momentum swing, and I feel like that's how these two are right now. With
Sorry.
with Gunther doing his whole career killer thing, and Seth just coming back, ultimate babyface after losing the championship. He never lost, and getting injured by the Vision. I just feel like they're both on a momentum swing, and that's why I love this match. But like the Jacob and Drew match, I sense this is for the world title. Like whoever wins this will be chasing the world title next. I think they both will, but either way. But I just feel like whether it's Punk or Roman, like Seth's going to be the one to be chasing that guy, and maybe uh if Seth becomes champ again, then Gunter could get that win to where he beats him for the
Yeah.
championship. So uh but this Mania, it's
And by
tough.
the way, please let me mention, do not tell me supers or wilds till the end. That's how we were going to do that. Just wanted to say, because I'm very curious about those. But I want to hold them off till the very end. All right.
That match
That's
is
our,
tough to call.
that's like the second, that's like the only second match right now where you and me are different. So it's starting to get different here. The next one, we're going to go with, ooh, there's not many matches left here. Let's go with Finn Balor versus Dominic Mysterio.
The Demon.
Demon. Now, that was going to be one of my wilds that Demon Balor was going to appear, but he already showed up, so I couldn't use it.
This is a match in the making, man. Like I swear, they feel like they've been teasing this match for like over 2 years now. Like Finn leaving the Judgment Day. It just seemed like it's been going like you've been waiting, and I thought that he would immediately it'd go into it like the turn would happen immediately after freaking Dom last year remember he like took Finn's pin. He was about to win the championship and beat Braun, and then that's when Dom wins the title at Mania last year because he freaking frog splashes Finn and then pins him. I thought they'd do it then, but so I'm just saying this is a match for me. Been years in the making. Been waiting for it.
For real. All right. So who do you got on this? Wait, did I even say yet?
Nah,
No.
you ain't gonna
Oh,
trick me.
shit.
You are not gonna trick me.
No, I forgot if I said anything or if you went. Um. Valor or Dom? Well, I'm sorry, I'm confused. So he won last year the Intercontinental Four-Way title match.
Yeah,
Dom did.
there was a four-way, and Finn was about to get the win. He hit a coup de grace on Braun Breaker, who was champ at the time.
Yeah.
Was going for the pin. Here comes Dom in, splash onto Dom. Dom steals the win. Gets a hell of a
Then
pop
the
for some reason. People forgot how much we used to boo Dom, but it
and
is.
then the Mania before that, he lost to Ray and the other guy. Sorry, I forget his name.
Uh, the
You know
yeah,
what I'm talking about.
him and Santos lost to Ray and
Santos.
lost to Ray and Andrade the year before.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because that's when the football players got involved. The year before that, I think Dom lost
he lost to
to Ray himself.
he lost to his dad.
And
Yeah,
maybe if I'm correct, the year before that, Dom lost his first Mania match,
he
teaming
did.
up with Ray against The Miz and Logan Paul, and then The Miz turned on Paul.
I remember I was there live. That was me and my brother's first Mania, WrestleMania 38.
So Dominic Mysterio only has one big Mania on his thing. Now, if the AAA title, Mega title was on the line, I would have to say Dom. But I'm gonna keep my mouth shut here and just go with what my feelings are. I'm trying to do my strategy here and keep my mouth shut. And I'm just gonna go with
Dun dun dun.
Finn Balor.
The Demon. I am also choosing the Demon Finn Balor because I just don't see that this seems like a story. During this Mania season, Finn's built a lot of momentum as of late, more than he has in years. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
him having his match with CM Punk, his two matches with CM Punk, in Chicago, and then on I believe it was, no, the first Raw of this year was CM Punk and Braun. Anyway, they had CM Punk defend the title against Finn on Raw as well. And so it seems like it's more about Finn in this match, in his story. And if he loses, he just goes back to the same old losing Finn that we've seen come up from NXT, for the past 4 or 5 years. Or the past 4 years, who just, when it matters most, he ends up losing. It's like, I don't think that's where they want to go. And plus it's the Demon. Like, the Demon's only lost to the Tribal Chief, I think. And Edge.
Right.
Edge beat the Demon.
Someone else in NXT too.
Yeah.
The Demon's been beat, yeah.
But yeah, I don't think I just don't see that happen. If that did happen, that'd be lame. It's like he just like, well, he's just
Dominic defeats the Demon. Is that really what? I mean, that could be the headlines. That honestly could be the headlines.
it's kind of just like, okay, everybody's wondering, okay, what's Finn like now without the Judgment Day? It's like, well, he's still the loser Finn. He's just not with the Judgment Day. So I don't think they're going with that.
I think too that this is like Balor defeats him and gets the Judgment Day out of his hair and moves on to bigger, better things. And then we'll see some new storyline involving the Judgment Day starting off tomorrow, not tomorrow. I mean, the next night on Monday Night Raw or within the next few weeks.
Mm-hmm.
So I do think it is possible that, Balor does go over, and so we both got Balor on there, but we only have a few matches left.
Yeah.
The next one is a big one. So big that Triple H himself has got involved in this.
Oh yeah.
Brock Lesnar, the Beast, versus the Ruler.
Ooh.
Ooh. Dude, I want to go to the WWE event with you.
That would be fun if all of us went.
Now, and I don't care if this is on the podcast or not. I'm a little bit different in WWE crowds because, first off, I will buy the seat next to me if possible. Just so that way, like my friend can sit next to me. If someone tries to sit next to me, I can whip out that ticket and say, nope, I bought it just so that way no stranger has to sit next to me. I've done that. One time, I went with my dad and I bought the ticket next to me so no one would sit next to me. Well, we got a section where no one was sitting anyways. So I bought a third ticket for no reason. True story. But when I go to these WWE events, you don't see this face because I have a blue luchador wrestling mask. And it fits perfectly with my hat and everything. My hat fits right over it. And when I go under that mask and no one knows who's underneath it, bruh, I get wild.
Why you
You don't know. You think you know. You think you know me because until you go to the WWE event with me, and you see. I mean, I've gotten into it with other fans. I've started chants. I've ended chants. I've chanted till my voice could no longer chant. One time I chanted at a WWE. One time I chanted at a WWE live event so loud I lost my voice, and the person I was with had to go through the they had a cane and they couldn't make it up the stairs, so they took us through a bottom exit. Well, there was Ryback right in front of us. And I'm like, Ryback! But my voice was so gone, I was like, Ryback! He didn't hear me. Well, he went up to get on the elevator. I was like, fuck it, it's a public elevator. So we go to get on. They're like, no, hold on. I was like, I know.
Stop.
But moving on, Brock Lesnar and Obafemi. Jesus Christ.
This is going to move the earth with this match.
Like I said, I got thoughts. I'm just not going to say them. I do not want to influence you because I know, the things I could say could very well make you be like, because you already proven it. Earlier on, there was a match where you said, man, I got to agree with you there because, and I was like, wait a minute, he's agreeing with me, and that's what I wanted to do. So I had to change it up, but
you said what I'm thinking at times. I'm like, oh, well, I guess we think
I know. That's why I shut it up. Like, I have so many thoughts, I'm just not going to say them. But Brock Lesnar, if he is going in to SummerSlam next year and maybe even facing Gunther and retiring in his hometown or home state, whatever, I think this is passing of the torch moment. I don't know how. Now, I will say this. I cannot predict how long this match is going to be. We've seen it before. If Brock Lesnar takes those gloves off in the matter of 2 minutes of the beginning of the match is ending in the next 4 minutes.
Yeah.
But I don't want to see a squash match. I want to see two beefy guys really going out there and having a competitive wrestling match. Go out there and have a match that is basically the best of the beast versus the best of the beast and everything and then give them some new Obafemi that they don't know yet, and maybe have them go over that way. But will it go for it? Will it go 5 minutes? Will it go 10, 13? I don't know. I just don't know. But Jesus Christ, I don't even know who's going to win either. But if I'm going to But I think it's going to be a passing of the torch moment. I'm going to go with, yeah, Obafemi. I know you. I know you. You're doing it. You doing it for the culture, bro.
Yeah, exactly. Got to do that. Also, it's like,
I
bro,
respect it.
this like I just don't see where Oba goes if he just loses to Brock Lesnar. Like I just feel like he has it, bro. His entrance, I want to go to WWE show today just to see his entrance. Like it's and plus the way the
I mean, I want to
fusion.
go there to do Oba's. I want to go there to do Jimmy. I mean, Jay's. I want to go there and do LA Knights. Yeah. I mean, there's so many of them I want to do. Yeah.
But
Fun fact. Fun fact. One time at a wrestling event, I took 52 wrestling signs on shower ring curtains. Yeah, and they were back. They were forward and backwards, and together it was like 25 signs, but backwards and forward combined 52 or something. And my brother was like, Jesus Christ! And we were going with like his friends Derek and everyone, and he's like, they're gonna hate us in line because when Joe gets up there, they have to go through 25 signs twice, like 25, 27 signs twice, and make sure they're TV friendly. But I had them on shower ring curtains, so that way I could flip them over real quick, get to it, and hold it up. And even the security guard who had to check him said, "Not gonna lie, that's a pretty neat idea." And I was like, "Yeah, I thought of some type of ring type of thing, and I couldn't think of a ring, and then I thought, boom, shower ring." I was in the shower, just taking a shower, and I looked up, and like, hey, that's a ring, that worked. But the guy's like, yeah, that's just really cool. But yeah, fun fact, I took 52 signs to a WWE event. That should be a world record. I should have got a hold of Guinness. I should have got a hold of Guinness World Record. Should have. But you got Obafemi too, right?
Yes, I just feel like he has to win this match. They're I want this match to go like how the the build to this match has gone. It's like let Brock be Brock and hit him with like a lot of what Brock does. Like let him Brock get his moves in, but let Oba have an answer for everything Brock throws at him because that's how it's been week by week. Oba's always had an answer for whatever Brock comes at him with, and I want that to be kind of the match. And like you said, I don't want it to be 5 minute squash on either side. Like I think that'd be shocking if Oba just straight up squashed Lesnar, but I don't want that. I want a war. I want something where Oba's feeling he needs to overcome Lesnar
You want what I want. You want a match.
a match.
Not a segment. Not a segment, a match.
Nah, I don't want to. I don't want to finish fest. I don't need.
If you really wanted like Oba to look dominant and really not hurt Brock, you could have just had them do a WrestleMania segment and have Oba come out, oh, I'm gonna have an open challenge. He beats Brock up so bad the match don't start. They say Oba wins by forfeit, but he never really beat the Beast.
Brock Lesnar.
But that's not the case. So moving on, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 matches. Okay, the next one we're gonna do the WWE Intercontinental 6-pack ladder match.
Ooh.
The Intercontinental Champion Penta versus Rusev versus Judgment Day member JD McDonough versus WrestleMania debut Javon Evans.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is JD's WrestleMania debut, or at least solo WrestleMania debut.
Yeah.
One of the two, or both.
I think both. I don't think he's been on Mania, but also Dragon Lee. I think too. This is his first Mania.
Yeah, versus Dragon Lee versus Rey Mysterio. Now, Penta could win and retain. Rusev could too. I think he came back to WWE for more than being on the bench, and I think this is where he'll come back, and he could come back and get the title win. JD McDonough. I'd like, this guy has like literally almost broke his neck in matches and continued. Like this dude deserves a WrestleMania moment. If he got it, I wouldn't be disappointed. Javon, that'd be pretty dope. Young, probably the youngest. Well, we had an 8-year-old or something like that, a 10-year-old win a title at WrestleMania. So Javon wouldn't be the youngest person to win a title at WrestleMania, but
Braun.
true competitor wise, he really would.
Yeah.
And then Dragon Lee, another one. I don't know if this is his debut or not. Maybe he's done some Battle Royals or something. I'm not really familiar with his WrestleMania record, but him winning alone and becoming Intercontinental Champion here after having a hell of a run with AJ Styles and even adopting the phenomenal, not the phenomenal forearm, the Styles Clash in his moveset as a tribute. That would be a big win for him, and I think a victory out of nowhere that no one would expect. Rey Mysterio, I think we're seeing maybe the last year, if maybe two, but I think Rey was supposed to retire at WrestleMania, but plans got changed because he got injured. No, not Mania, somewhere else. Maybe it was last Mania, but somewhere in the past from today, Ray was supposed to retire, but stuff got changed. Now, we could be in the last year, year and a half, 2 years of Rey Mysterio. This would be a huge win for someone, not only a legend of his caliber, but his name, his fan base that would love to see this win. Once again, like the Bellas, a Hall of Famer who could win this title, and I think Rey Mysterio is the most experienced out of this. He's won Rumbles and everything. He's won ladder matches. He's won this and that. If there's anyone in this match that I can look at right now and say, put a gun to my head and said pick one, I'd be to save your life. I'd say, God dang, I'd have to go with Rey Mysterio. Like, bro, you've done this for years. You've had all them surgeries. I got your shirts. I got a shirt or two of yours in my closet. Get to work. But in this scenario, I think it's going to be Penta. Penta had a good. He lost last year, I think. He went in Intercontinental Champion and lost the 4-way. No, Breaker did. Breaker was champion, and he lost the 4-way. Now he's going in this year as champion, and I think he's going to retain it. We've seen a ton of Rey Mysterio matches. JD's going to have Judgment Day stuff. If he did win it, that'd just be more chaos between him and Judgment Day. Unless he wanted to lay down for Dominic to take it back. That'd be crazy. Okay, but yeah, I think Penta right now is the fan favorite to win. And who do you got?
I'm stuck between two, and I was leaning more towards one. I think I might stick with that one. Wasn't wasn't really thinking it's gonna be JD. Not really Dragon Lee either. Part of me thought it could be Rusev, but not enough over the other picks. Javon, I really thought maybe that'd be really awesome, to
For the culture.
literally just to see the the big call ups that NXT lost, to the main roster of to see Oba, Trick, and Javon win on the same night. That'd be dope. But it's like down to Ray or Penta, and I could see Penta retaining because like he was talking about in Unreal about how the Money in the Bank match was like his favorite match, and that it makes it like
Wow. Oh wow. Sorry.
like
Sorry.
the match in general, he gets excited about it, and you know that he that's why when I was like, yo, we're getting a freaking ladder match with Penta defending his championship, like he fucking loved these matches, and but uh he literally just yeah he gets excited because that was like his whole thing in AEW as well. But I think this is Ray's last run, and I'm going with Rey Mysterio, my childhood favorite. He
I got you. I got you. Your favorite. I respect that.
and I think there's a lot of options with that. You know, just seeing a future match between Ray and Penta or Ray and Dragon Lee, or you know, if this is his last run, then you know, if the title was on the line against Dom, if that's gonna be who's gonna retire Ray, then you know, still it'd be that'd still be a moment. But I think yeah, Ray can do it again, and I just think this is gonna be his last run, and this is part of it. Like him just winning the title is just part of it. So yeah, Rey Mysterio. I'm I'm gonna pop like I'm like 8 again or something if he wins.
Right. Sorry.
619,
Hey, I love his songs.
right?
Especially one of his old ones. Except for one of his old ones. Okay, that was one of the matches I expected us to have a difference on. Okay, moving on. My bad. Moving on. Cody Rhodes versus Randy Orton for the WWE Championship.
With
Here's
Pat McAfee in Randy's corner. First off,
uh,
that just Pat McAfee pisses me the hell off. Like even before this, like,
why they do this?
yeah, back in the day, you know, I didn't really like dislike Pat because I'd like his like genuine reaction to stuff on commentary, and you know he'd have a few moments, but there'd be at times I'd be like, Pat just talking nonsense. I don't really like what he's saying. We should be quiet. I always like back in the day I used to say is like I prefer Cole and Wade as a team, a commentary team over Pat and uh, Cole because back then everybody liked Pat and Cole, but so I
Yeah,
never
I don't know why they did this.
never really liked Pat.
If you're gonna change him back to good and good old buddy Michael Cole, how are you gonna do that?
Yeah, and I just
I
this
guess you could have someone like Gunther bully him and then Pat McAfee come to the rescue, but still, it's like, bro, you are a douche.
yeah
I
I was
mean, I guess he does have, but I guess he does, just like any other wrestling fan. I guess there is a legion of people out there, and they're going to show up at WrestleMania. I don't know how many, but there's gonna be a legion of fans out there that agree with the things he said about WWE's product and stuff.
yeah that's the thing. It's just like that's what he sounds like a mark talking on the mic. Like you know it's just like no you know Randy Orton's the best. We want this whole Attitude Era thing back, and I agree there's probably fans like that, but I don't think it's the majority. Like you know we love what we're watching. Like a lot of
By the
times.
way, I'm glad you said that, Mark. Fun fact of the day: did you know that James E. Cornette's middle name is really Mark?
I feel like I heard that once and chuckled, but I forgot. You just reminded me because I
I'm
definitely
just showing you what kind of a wrestling nerd I am, dude. I know stuff I don't really need to know, but I
shit.
love it. Hey! All those years that people said wrestling would get me nowhere, look at me now. I am a former wrestling manager. I am a current wrestling interviewer, living the dream job that I've always wanted, and I'm here on the one of the best, if not one of the best, it's got to be the best podcast ever, RPD. So I think I'm doing pretty good for myself.
Yeah, Pat McAfee pissed me off more than he has ever in any other year. Because sometimes he'd just be loud on commentary, but oh, would you be quiet, Pat? Like I'm trying to like enjoy this, and you're just hollering nonsense. But
I don't
he
want to
was
jinx it, including it being quiet. My dog's been really quiet tonight, huh?
yeah. I'm just saying this whole Cody and Randy. their history, that's the story. And
About 20 years or so.
it didn't need Pat to jump in. I've been waiting for this match for a while.
About 20 years because I think Cody debuted in WWE around 2005, 2006. So about 20, 21 years.
Yep, and I just feel like Pat is unnecessary. You know, there's going to be shenanigans. I don't even like Jelly Roll slightly being part of this. I'm just
I know, me neither. You have
it,
one match and
like Jelly Roll. I didn't mind him getting RKO'd, but he should. That's all that should have happened. He shouldn't have because I feel like he's going to be part of the main event too. He's gonna come out and stop Pat or something. I'm like, I don't want all that. I just want Randy and Cody Rhodes. But
well, that's
uh,
like Bad Bunny. As far as I read, now I don't know how far Jelly Roll and everyone goes, but like I heard like Bad Bunny when he did this, he took time to dedicate toward this WWE stuff. I think he moved to Florida for a bit so he could go to the performance center and train and do stuff. So he even gained the respect of the likes of like Triple H and The Undertaker and other people. So Bad Bunny, who not only did tag team matches and Royal Rumble, mixed it up with likes of Brock Lesnar in a Rumble, got in there and did a singles match in Puerto Rico, Backlash, Damian Priest. He's really earned his WWE place, but Jelly Roll does not fit that. Dude, you can come back as a celebrity once in a while. Him beating Kit Wilson already. If
right?
he was going to be involved at WrestleMania, it should have been there.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, well, I think there's part of me, the old freaking hardcore wrestling fan of me who just I don't like too many celebs involved anyway. Like you said, like back in the day, Bad Bunny, besides him, like that year, there wasn't really too much. Well, that's when Logan really started to become a wrestler because I feel like, well, now I see Logan as a wrestler. Like he's a wrestler now, even though I'll still call him a YouTuber, but he's a wrestler. He's a wrestler for real. Like,
Dude, Logan Paul is doing, Logan Paul is literally a wrestler now.
yeah,
And I think he's even said, like, I saw, I don't know. I was at work one day on my break, and I see this article about what he said. And I didn't see the video. I haven't seen it to this day. But I did read where he was on his podcast, and I'm reading it, and I'm sitting here thinking, like, how Logan Paul would say it in my head. And there's, like, this article where he's like, all these people out there calling me a part-timer. Man, fuck you. I'm out here busting my ass on this stuff, okay? Who's there every Monday night getting their butt kicked? Who's there in the main event losing to Jey Uso? He's like, who just did this or that? He's like, me. He's like, so I'm no longer a part-timer. He's like, I am now a committed full-time WWE athlete. And everyone still calls him a part-timer. But he went off online like, to all you haters, F you. And, I mean, dude, I haven't seen the video of him saying this, but in my head, the way Logan Paul says it, I swear to God, like, I read that like 3 or 4 times.
yeah. I think that part of me is just like enough with the celebs. Like, it's like I don't mind one here. Like you have to expect there's going to be a celeb match or celeb involvement at Mania, but it just
I
seems
guess
like
you could get Snooki.
I remember that as a kid. At first, I didn't know who Snooki was, and then they
No, sure.
back in the day when she had that match, but yeah, so we got Pat and Jelly
Now,
Roll.
now, now, yeah, sorry. Before any of us go too, I'm not gonna say everything that's on my mind, but I will say that Pat McAfee is promoted to be with Orton.
Yeah,
Jelly Roll, on the other hand, is not scheduled. Is not promoted at least to be with Cody.
yeah.
Will he get involved? Will he not get involved? We know Pat will be there, but
On the poster.
will Jelly be there? Who knows? So Jelly Roll might not even be involved in this, but he could. But he could. Now, that's the only thing I'll say about that. I have so much I could say, but I will not say it here. I will not impact your choice. I will not help you.
You plead the fifth.
hmm But my pick on Cody and Orton, I guess. Um,
The main event of WrestleMania Saturday.
and let's not forget, John Cena is the host. I know he's a good guy.
Yeah, he's the host. Straight
What if
up.
he came back as a heel for one night, kicked Cody in the balls across the match, and took off his tuxedo suit, had a referee shirt on underneath, and 1, 2, 3 referee order.
Well, a lot of people like to kick Cody in the balls. Apparently, it's been happening for years.
I know I saw something on Facebook that was like, why is Cody's balls always? And same thing with AJ Styles. Anybody except for Cena, anybody in their life that ever faced off with Orton, with AJ Styles, always got a good swift kick in the balls. I don't know why AJ got kicked in the balls in every feud, but he did. Hold on.
Randy Orton and Cody. You always laugh at with these main events. I sent some in the chat of like somebody fantasy booking, WrestleMania 42, and I was made the joke. I was like, every time, ever since WrestleMania 40, everybody has this own version of Bloodline Rules and everything, like this remake of where all the big names come out at once, and it's always The Rock. Like everybody thinks The Rock is gonna come back in every main event.
I know. I wish that would get, I kind of wish that stigma would go away. I do.
It's like The Rock's a surprise.
I do because you know I don't know. I'm not gonna get into it. It's just The Rock. The Rock. If he does not show up at Mania again, it will not break my heart. I'll say that much.
A lot of people feel that way. That's like, well, I
And
know.
Stone Cold Steve Austin will be at WrestleMania World or something like that over WrestleMania weekend. I would rather see an Undertaker or a Stone Cold. The
Yeah,
Rock. If I get a Rock appearance, now you gotta think. I'm not scared to say this on our podcast, but I watch WrestleMania and everything, and I don't pay a single dime. Let's just say that. And and if I'm gonna watch something for free, I know me watching WrestleMania, I'm gonna get for free. I'm gonna get my money's worth no matter what happens. If The Rock comes back, I don't care for it, but hey, cool. It came back on Saturday or Sunday. That was cool. that's basically what I'll be. Holy shit, that was cool. But really, it's like,
and
I'm
Stone
not heart.
Cold,
I'm not heartbroken if it happens. If it don't happen.
that's what's crazy, that Stone Cold, like, he was on Mania last year. Like, he just went there to announce the attendance, but it's like there's no reason if it makes sense, it's one of the main events, fucking Stone Cold music, that'd be crazy.
Okay, so I got Cody, or I got Randy Orton. Who you got?
I have also got Randy Orton to become a 15-time world champion. I think,
He deserves it.
yeah, when Randy turns heel, he wins championships, man. Like it happens all the time. So I think, whether it's with some stupid shenanigans by Pat McAfee. Well, I hope like Pat just gets like hurt by Cody, but that costs Cody. Like, he gets distracted and Pat gets kicked in the nuts or something, and then
Right?
Cody turns around, RKO. Then I'd love to see uh a punt. I want to see a punt. That'd be that'd be dope,
Yeah, I think we're in an era where, we brought back the Stomp. You can bring back that for a night.
right?
Give me one sec.
And just to hear that again, just And in Mania, I hear voices in my with him holding the title in the
I
air.
really hope he got. Do you remember that WrestleMania video I sent you of his live entrance at WrestleMania 30?
I remember telling you that's my favorite entrance ever. Like it's just
If
like,
he's going to go and win his 15th title, I hope to God that we at least see one more live appearance before it's over.
yeah, that'd be that'd be dope.
Hold on.
It is cool just to see heel Randy again because he's been babyface for a long ass time. He hasn't been like
Yeah.
he hasn't been heel since like the pandemic era, and I don't like that he's with Pat. So I hope he like. I'd love if he just like RKO'd Pat at the end after he helps him to win. He just RKO's him and Pat's just laying there and Randy's just by himself holding up the title. That'd be lit. But besides that, I'm excited to see a heel Randy.
Hold on.
The snake.
Okay. So anyway, we both got Randy Orton. The main event: CM Punk versus Roman Reigns. You know,
Man.
I don't even have to think about it because I'm going with my tribal chief. Roman deserves it. Punk left us. Punk came. I mean, he's in the main event. Punk got his match. Roman did say, any family member that wants to take action, feel free to do so. Why does that have to stop at Mania?
Yeah, like
So,
friggin' Punk could be
and
fighting.
Roman is the guy that he's been built around. Him going in, him winning the Rumble and going to WrestleMania. Yeah, that's what and he ain't that. And Roman's never held the world heavyweight championship. So this would be another, not just another world title, but a complete different world title that he'd hold. And Roman would have a history of holding the Universal, the WWE, I guess the Undisputed, and then the World Heavyweight. So just makes Roman more elite. But the last one, I'm gonna put my tribal chief on there. I'm betting money on my tribal chief. And just for that, have I ever showed you my Roman Reigns shirt with him on there and the red Ulafala and all that?
I think so. I don't remember though.
I'm gonna wear it on Roman on WrestleMania night too, just for him, for good luck.
Dude, I mean, wearing special shirts too, and it's like if I know someone's on the card, it's like yeah, because I think last year I wore my Seth Rollins shirt and it lucked out for me because
True fact.
I think
True fact.
me and Eddie
True,
chose
true
Seth.
fact. I'm sorry, my phone kept cutting out. What?
I think me and Eddie chose Seth last year in that triple threat. You chose Roman, and Austin chose CM Punk.
Yeah, Roman lost last year too, and lost everything. It's time that Roman's, what
Yep.
the F ever happened with him and Bronson Reed? I know Bronson Reed got injured, but before he got injured, he was still going as the tribal thief, and they never concluded that. You mean to tell me he's going to come back in 10 months and be the same tribal thief person and mix it back up with maybe World of the Champion then Roman? I don't know. But I got Roman. I got Roman. Who does the great Mr. RPD got on him?
Another one where I was going back and forth. This is the main event, and plus not only that, like it seems like this whole match has been, or the whole feud and how it's progressed has been that way. Like fans have really chosen their side on this one because it's a tough match to call. But I think we're gonna end the night with the tribal chief once again becoming champion. And that ties into why I chose Seth. And, I could see either or, Seth or Gunter going after the world championship after, but I think Seth's going to win, and we're finally going to see just Seth chase Roman with the championship, especially just either be like I put respect on that championship's name, and you want to, just disrespect my championship like that, because, he made that the workhorse championship, and so far, everybody who's held that has been that, but uh, yeah, I just think Roman's gonna win. He may not do it by himself. I'd be very impressed if he did it by himself because he doesn't usually do it by himself. But
Right.
if he either way, he just wins. Like like we look at the title reign. I know like people use that, wrestlers use that against him, but he still held it for over 1,000 days. It's like you forget how he did it at times where Solo interfered or the Usos or whatever, or Paul, but he did it. So he's just gonna win like he always did. That's what Roman does. Like that's what he does.
So is that who you're going with, Roman?
Yeah, and he's gonna be
I
corrupted.
thought you were going to CM Punk guy.
Well, I've been back and forth for a while, but I'm honestly, yeah, I'm going.
You're officially Roman.
Yeah, and he's uh
That shocks me, really.
he's gonna be very. I feel like he's gonna step back into the heel role again.
What do you think you know a guy who goes and does this?
Yeah, well,
Well,
I'm champ. You think you know?
we're not over yet because we have the final match, the Friday Night SmackDown before. Now, I just Googled this. I'm looking at it now. I will not lie, Ty. I will not lie. My first thought was, ooh, I know who's in it. I'm going to keep that to myself. But that's not who I am. You're my buddy. And I even if Eddie Wade was here, I'd still give Eddie the same type of respect in RPD competition.
Appreciate that.
Nope, I'm not. Yeah, I'm not going to be greedy and try to sneak one in. No, I'm not going to do that. That's not fair to you guys. Because I could have done it and not said a word and no one ever know. But
It just mean that you do more research, or stuff like that we don't. It's like, well, I know
that RPD title means a lot to me, and I don't think winning dirty is a good way to win it. So
Except the guy who wanted to politic his way into a one-on-one match with me.
I said it. It did not. I'm not saying it didn't cross my mind. I'm just saying that once it did, and you can probably go back like 2.5 minutes ago and see me smirk. That's what I laughed about. I was like, no, we can't do that. But no. So it's the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal on the SmackDown before WrestleMania Saturday, and there are and it says right here. Now I know the MFTs and the Wyatts have some type of tag team match on the show, a 6-man or something.
Yeah.
According to multiple sources online, it says the 2026 Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal is scheduled for the April 17th, 2026 episode of SmackDown before WrestleMania. Confirmed for the match are members of the MFT, Solo Sikoa, Tama Tonga, Tala Tonga, and JC Mateo, and the Wyatt Six, with the full lineup expected to feature other wrestlers currently competing on the Blue brand. And most likely Raw too.
Yeah,
most likely Raw. Who knows? Maybe NXT. And ooh, man, I'm glad my mouth was running because I had a pick and then I stopped because I was like, no, wait, now I have another pick. Oh my god, I didn't think this through.
I have a pick.
Oh my god. Okay. So what I am personally gonna go with Solo Sikoa.
Oh, okay, okay.
I
That's
think
interesting.
since he's not got a match at Mania and at Royal, and I don't, and like I said, at Royal Rumble Supercard, there was a like Wyatt Six and MFT match, and then another match, and it was called a dark match for the crowd. So I don't see it before the show.
Yeah.
I don't see it after the show. I don't even see it until like the the next noon, like noon the next day. But I cannot find. I found the results, and everybody's score on that super card. It went up a point or down a point, but no one. The score really wasn't changed too much to It
I know.
wasn't really changed at all to matter. It wouldn't change at all. Everybody just moved up the point, so it didn't matter. But
So yeah, you chose
but
taking it,
Solo,
settle the
but
score.
Solo, I believe he deserves a WrestleMania moment, and um, and I think since they're focusing on the blue brand, it looks like they said Solo Sikoa's there every week. He ain't got a title. He ain't no champion. He just lost. I think they just lost the tag titles to Truth and Priest, so they
Yeah.
just lost to the Lantern. So give him something to brag about. Give him this, and then maybe give him like a U.S. title match or something for winning it. But yeah, my pick is Solo Sikoa. Who does Mr. RPD got in this final match?
Yeah.
No one answers after this. The final match of the Supercard, my friend.
I'm hoping it just works out for me because that kind of that other battle royal. What other one did we? Oh, Revolution. Uh, Jungle
Yeah.
Boy. Jungle Boy. Jungle Jack Perry. It ended
Oh
up
my
winning.
God! Yeah, that did work out for you. I didn't expect that at all.
Yeah.
I was like, he's out of his mind, and then it freaking happened.
I had a feeling you guys would say that. I was like, he's choosing
But you
Jungle.
know, but you know, as a true podcaster and wrestling journalist, I will not doubt you as Mr. RPD because you are. I think you do have a certain number of Mr. R of RPD first under your belt,
Oh yeah.
and RPD longest and RPD most. I think if there was a Hall of Fame, you'd be the out of all of us, you'd be the first one to, as of right now at least, to be making a stride for it. But you, I don't doubt when it comes to AEW. WWE, I don't doubt you when it comes to WWE. I think WWE, you and me are pretty much neck and neck a lot of times. But it's
Yeah.
when AEW is involved where Tyrese got, I think,
Sometimes it's
not
too.
just a better knowledge, but knows just more about the wrestlers and the product, and
I do
just
think
has
that
that knowledge. I don't.
I have what I know, so that skill part, but I feel like stuff just be working out sometimes. Like I have some luck with these things. Like it's like especially with like multi-man matches. Like a lot in the past, I felt like it was like wow, that like I chose my guy, but I'm surprised. I'm surprised that they won. So I'm just like, oh, it worked out for me. But yeah. So I'm hoping this one happens for this final match. I'm going. The winner will be Royce Keys, even though he just recently debuted in Raw. I don't know if he's even verified for the Battle Royal, but if he's in it, he's gonna win it. If he's not, then I just don't get an extra point.
No, every point matters, Bruce.
Royce
But I'm
Keys.
not gonna lie. He was the guy I was gonna pick over Solo, but I went with Solo instead.
Yeah.
And if I could go back and change it and pick it without making it look like I'm gonna take your idea, I would. But I will respect that I made my pick. I made my bed, and I'll lie in it. Now, let me check this out right here.
Believe we have the super picks and the wild cards.
Give me one sec. Okay. So, sorry, I was doing math. According to 14 matches, you and me have 10 same picks and only 4 different picks.
And so
Now,
at this moment, we have
I know that
nothing.
now I don't know how I don't know how knowledgeable you are about WrestleMania Supercard or how much you can remember of it. But like the IC title match, I believe that's night 2.
Yes, it is.
Okay. The the Gunther and Rollins match is a night 1.
Yep, it's night 1.
The Vision one is a night 1.
Yep, and I think that's the opening match. I'm pretty positive.
Okay. The Andre is already and Andre is SmackDown.
Yeah.
That right there. So you're looking at 1 match difference, I think, on night 2.
Yeah.
No. Night 2 is the Intercontinental. Night 2 is.
It's only 6 matches on night 2.
But on night 1, there's the Gunther and. No. Yeah, the Gunther match, the Vision match. That's 2. Andre's 3. So yeah, you only have 1 difference on night 2. And that's the ladder match. Now, let's move on to wild cards. Let's get on with this real quick. Because I got something to say. Ty, what's your wild card? No, well, it's mine, ain't it? Is it mine, or you want to go first on it, or you want me to go? Because I did.
I don't mind. But
I mean, yeah, I don't know if we're going to have the same one. I have so many thoughts in my head right now.
whether it's a segment in the ring, on the stage, backstage, whatever you want to call it, my wild card is that at WrestleMania 42, Danhausen will meet John Cena. That's it.
Wow, very specific. I like it.
Yeah,
I respect it.
they will meet in some shape or form. They will see each other and acknowledge each other. Hopefully he doesn't curse John Cena.
I like it. Maybe he goes to curse him and he gets an AA.
I love him. I feel like Danhausen would love that too. Like, hey, I got AA'd by Cena at Mania.
Oh boy, I didn't tell you this. Fun fact: I play Rocket League on Xbox a lot,
Mm-hmm.
and I logged in for like the first time in years. And I have a WrestleMania 30 flag on my car, and my banner is you score and it has your picture and your name and the board behind it.
Yeah.
That's WWE WrestleMania 30 logo and all too. So I thought that was pretty cool. On
Right.
my phone, my 8-ball pool game, I logged in one day and played. There's a WWE promotion, and they had like Stone Cold, and they had like Stone Cold pool sticks with like the end of it being like a skull and this and that. I didn't really want all that, but I did get the WWE logo one.
Nice.
So now when I play pool players on my phone, when you see my pool stick moving and they're watching me, when they look at my pool stick, they see the WWE logo on my thing. Okay, sorry about that. But anyways, I like her wild.
Yeah.
Danhausen meets Cena. What's gonna be mine? Where's Eddie? We can eat him. Eddie could have stalled, but he bailed. Okay.
Just go with everybody. Let's go. The Rock will be at WrestleMania.
Before I go. Okay. Hold on. The reason I kept my mouth shut is because I thought of so many things to say and I wrote them down. And these could be potential wild cards. These were my own personal thoughts that I was not going to blurt out. It wasn't like the whole not telling you who wasn't in the Battle Royal. That's out of respect. This is just, no.
Your research.
Certain wild things that could have been wild cards One of them could be mine. I really don't know, but ones that could have been wild cards. And I'm gonna make sure Eddie don't see what this is because I don't want this to inspire him either. Judgment Day gets involved in Dom Balor match.
Oh, I thought.
Io turns on Rhea.
Hmm.
New Judgment Day member. Judgment Day gets involved in Morgan the Care match. Lyra Bailey break up. Raquel turns on Liv Morgan. Jelly Roll appears. Danhausen appears. Cena wears jorts. Believe it or not, that is a wild card. Little Yachty appears. Paul Heyman gets involved in Rollins' match. Braun Breaker returns. Braun Breaker gets involved in Rollins' match. Heyman gets involved in Brock and Femi's match.
Oh.
Judgment Day gets involved in the ladder match. Hold on. Fuck, why can't I remember? Yeah, a debut will happen. So not just like all Oba Femi's WrestleMania debut. Maybe someone from like NXT, TNA, or even an AEW guy who you ain't seen in a while. Maybe they appear like Cody Rhodes did that one year, and out of blue, and
We're like, oh shit! Like,
yeah.
Look who it is.
And when I say a debut too, if you wanted to, you could have even said like last year, Joe Henry will wrestle. He technically did. Circumstances suck balls, but it is what it is. But yeah, a debut will happen. Pat McAfee gets involved in Randy's match. Kit Wilson appears. The Rock returns. Cena gets involved in Orton-Randy match. Orton-Cody match. And Cargill's faction gets involved. Them are all the wilds, all the ideas that I've had just from sitting here with you the past hour and a few minutes.
Yeah, it is.
Something
is gonna go to. I mean, it's Mania, but especially just as of late, all this mystery stuff with like.
Tell me I put all that on there. I'd like to look back at all them wilds right there, and at the end of WrestleMania, that's like that's like a shot game.
Yep.
I'm gonna make a shot game out of this. Every time one of your guys' wilds, my wilds, if my real wild happens or one of them happens, I'm taking a shot.
Yeah. Oh.
Talk about streaming, but no. If I have to say one, Jeezel.
The one that has to happen. The wild cards change everything because it's the taking away the point that affects everything. Because you don't get a match right, you just don't get an extra point. But when it takes away, that's when you go down.
And even if the Judgment Day did get involved, which match would they get involved in? Would it be both? Would it be all three? Is Judgment Day really going to get involved in 3 different matches? Because after I would think like if Finn Balor is match 5, if Finn Balor is match 4 and the IC title's match 1, and JD just went through hell, I doubt he's going to be able to make it out there to that ring to help Balor.
Yeah.
The chicks, now we've seen the chicks beat at Cena and everybody else. They could get involved, but god dang, this wild card stuff sucks. I hate it.
But I think it's fair to say that that's just who the Judgment Day are. They're gonna get involved.
Okay, I got it.
Yeah,
I got it. I'm looking at all the ones I wrote down. I'm thinking. I see a couple on here. So and so will get involved in which match, and I have narrowed it down to 3, and I know which one I want to go with. And I think the one that I'm going to go with will be Pat McAfee will get involved in the match. And when I say involved, I mean physically. He can't just do something and distract.
He'll get physically involved in the. Okay. And I think that that also means, what do you think so is he gonna like throw a punch or like well if he gets
Hit Cody with a move, a chair, a title,
oh okay
punch him in the face with Nux, hit him with a punch, something. He's gonna make contact with Cody. It's gonna get physical. Even if it was just a spit in the face, it's gonna be to the point where it gets like that physical.
That's what I was wondering because even if like say Cody just hit him with something, I was just wondering if that counted or not. That's what you meant.
If what?
Say if like Cody Rhodes just hit him with something, like whether he just hit
he would have to retaliate for it to matter.
Okay.
So if Cody pushed him off the ring post, off the ring side by accident, and then the referee got knocked down, and he came back and retaliated with a belt or a low blow while the ref was down and helped Orton win, that counts because he did get physically involved. But yeah, I was getting now. My other one was gonna be Jelly Roll, even though he's not promoted. I thought he was gonna get involved. I also thought Heyman might get involved in the Rollins match. But and obviously this one that I went with. But when I narrow it down to them three, I'm sitting there thinking.
And it's
Cody, did you see the video? Did you see the video from today where Cody Rhodes attacked the Pat McAfee office and stole back his own WWE title? Yeah, that's so cool. I think things have gotten a little personal between him and Pat, and I think Pat owes him a receipt.
What makes it good? What's good about yours is what makes it good is that you said physically involved because Pat's going to be out there. You could have just said involved and then clearly.
Yeah, I want to be fair, bro. I want to be fair, and you were obviously fair because you had a very simple one too, like a very distinctive one, like
yeah.
And it wouldn't be and I wouldn't have felt bad if I had a two, like, well, that could happen on a night one or night two. I wouldn't have felt bad if I had one of those. But to pick something like, I don't know, to pick something like, I guess any like obvious or simpler, I feel like that ain't right. Like you went the right route. You went with something.
Like the announcement.
You went with something. What you call? What's the word I'm looking for? Like. You went with something that was original, an original thought.
Yeah.
Something that is like, okay, an idea of its own, and I wanted to do the same thing. Hopefully we get that from Eddie. I'm glad we got rid of that goddamn rule where a certain someone on the show would say, the crowd in Europe will sing, whoa, at Cody Rhodes' theme song.
I think we even heard they will sing Randy Orton's song. But even the Cody was more. But at the time, every crowd was singing Randy Orton's song. Whoever made.
I'm probably being a little bit like dramatic here. I'm probably playing it on too much, but it was to the point where like the show starts at 5 o'clock. The sun's gonna be out. It was getting to the point where it was like Finn Balor's face paint will be on his face. Like, dude, I know that's not really how bad it was, but you get my point. It was getting like it was at the point where a certain someone would say the crowd will chant. We'll sing CM Punk songs. The crowd will do the whoa with Cody. I'm glad we don't do that no more, and we have these more thought out, well-written ones.
I like when they're more creative.
Because
Danhausen, clearly Cena's going to be on the show. Danhausen could still be on the show, just not run into Cena.
Yeah. Now he does have to actually see Cena, right? He can't be backstage talking to a ghost and thinking he's talking to the real scene like R-Truth would.
They have to be in front of each other.
Yeah, okay. Let's check it.
That's
Last part of the Super Carter, and then we'll get going. But let's make this one pretty quicker. Super picks. Who you got?
I was going between two, and they're both on night two. I was like,
Whoa.
I know we love to do risky wild cards at times, but I wanna make sure I get the point so I stay undefeated at Mania. So I was either gonna go with the Demon Finn Balor as my super pick or Obafemi as my super pick, and I think I'm gonna go with Obafemi. I
Wow.
want
I
him
respect it.
to win and beat the Beast, and so Oba, do not let me down. Hit him with finisher after finisher until he goes down.
I like it, bro. I respect it. Okay. For
You gonna
me,
use Roman Reigns for the fourth year in a row or something? Is that what you're gonna go with? The tribal chief. I feel like
no.
Roman. I think you have. I think you've done Roman every year for the
Have
fact
I really?
it worked out for you the first year. Remember, because he beat
No.
you.
Look. I'm asking you for real. Do you really think I picked Roman every Mania?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you have because yeah, you didn't want him to like he beat Cody the first year, and that worked in
On
your favor.
percentage, what's your percentage rate of how sure you are?
I'm pre- I'm pre- I'm positive. Like now that I'm thinking back at it, you chose Roman friend
God
because
dang, bro. This is why I hate talking.
the first year it worked in your favor. I remember you were the only person to get that right, because you were the only person who chose
What was,
Roman. We all
bro,
thought
let's
Cody.
go through let's go through it. What was the very first WrestleMania of the podcast?
That's what I'm saying. WrestleMania 39, when Roman and Cody went against each other the first time in Hollywood.
And I
You're
and I said Roman.
Yeah, and we all got it wrong, but you didn't end up winning, but you got it right, and that was your super pick.
Okay. Then
And
the next year he lost it, but I voted for him anyway.
yes, you did. You just kept going for him anyway. And then yeah, last
Last
year
year.
when he went against
Wow, bro.
Punk
Well,
and
since you said that, I hate talking, but since you said that, we're gonna keep that streak going for the fourth year, I think, in a row. Is that right? Fourth year in a row.
yep, fourth year in a row.
Fourth year in a row, I'm keeping my own streak alive here on the podcast, and I'm gonna make Roman Reigns my super pick. Wow.
I can't remember who I ended up picking. So
Now I want you to remember this moment because one day, a year from now, I might ask you a question like, "Bro, do you know who my pick was last year?" And I kind of want you to remember this conversation. I know we're talking about a year from now, but bro, my memory will not remember this by WrestleMania 43.
yeah, you legit fourth year
Wow.
the tribal chief.
Obafemi and Roman Reigns, the ruler and the chief.
Yeah. Who?
And the worst part is, there's a bunch of gaps here because we can't even get the RPD graphics made until
Yep.
Eddie Wade comes in and picks. And we had this entire wheel idea, and the Brotherhood champ is too good for the show, apparently, and doesn't want to show up, rather train to win future TSW gold here in Kentucky. But, okay,
Remain under.
follow Austin Cochran's Brock Lesnar schedule, Mr. Brotherhood champion.
Eddie's
Yeah.
problem is like when he picks, he takes the risk because usually there's a risk where it's like, oh, I didn't like. There's a surprise win to where, oh, I never thought they were gonna win, but they ended up winning. Eddie does that, but he does it on the wrong matches. He always does it on the wrong matches. He'll like make a crazy pick, and be like, oh, this guy's gonna win, but it's always the wrong match, and it cost him.
Well, we have 4 differences and 10 same matches agreed upon. And we have 10 matches agreed upon, 4 different opinions. We have 2 different wild cards and 2 different super picks. We have Eddie still to come in the next 24 hours. And like we said at the show, if you're still watching this far on, like we said earlier in the beginning, before we started picking, the SuperCard theme is championed by Morella Music on YouTube. You'll see their image and everything on the screen right here, right now. Ty, I'm just gonna say that it's been fun here on the card. It's been a long episode. I know we both got stuff we gotta get done. We still gotta get Eddie's picks. So I'm gonna give you. I'm gonna let you go. But before we go, I want to say that you could have prevented the 1 point advantage and you didn't. So now
Have a plan.
now I do what I have to do. I didn't want to do this, but now I have to do this.
You know what? Your idea is gonna cost you. This whole Andre pick on SmackDown, my guy Royce Hughes is gonna win, and then we go into Mania. You have no point advantage anymore. Not with me, because once Royce Hughes win, we tied up, and then we go into Mania, and I take the win. But you forgot.
Well,
Your own idea is gonna cost you, man. You want the Andre pick, but it's gonna end up getting rid of your point advantage, and then I'm gonna.
I should have said this at the beginning of the episode, but this will be my last title defense. This will be my last time challenging for the RPD title, because after WrestleMania SuperCard, I will be the defending champion, and there will be no more challenger BS. It's going to be all defending BS. So I'm going to get a whole lot new BS. But you all saw how bad I was the first time. Well, we'll just have to see what happens after I take the title from you, and I take Eddie's little rematch away from him. And let's not get a little off track here too. You've done a little good job holding on to that call your shot contract. But before you know it, that clock is already ticking.
Mm-hmm.
Now I know what you're waiting for. You want to be the champ and the general. But right now you're gonna lose your title at Mania SuperCard against me or Eddie Way. And when it happens, you're gonna go back and fighting for the ring. And even if you win that, you still have to go for that. So, there's a lot more obstacles than just coming and getting your title back. You gotta, and I'm telling you right now, WrestleMania SuperCard, I'm taking that title from you. I'm taking Eddie's rematch, and who knows what I'll do with that RPD title? Who knows? Who knows what I'll put that RPD title through?
Will ever know, because it won't happen. Like, maybe in like.
Thank God, as a New Day would say, thank God for Twitch.
Maybe one day when I retire, but I don't know why I'd retire podcasting or SuperCard. So I don't know. I just might be forever champ. Maybe you could beat me for my 85th championship, like when that comes years down the line. But this one, I just want it. The streak, that's more important than the title. It's like the title.
There probably should be there should probably be an emergency contact, so that way if something did happen to one of the podcasters, we could at least get the title and see about the funeral and see where you're at. Like, how could we get to your funeral? Would that be possible? But for the RPD title and the podcast, we'd obviously need it for the show, but I would definitely have something RPD for you in your casket. I would send your mom or whoever I could. Anyone I possibly could. I'd find your family list. I'd stalk them because I'm good at Facebook stalking, and I'd find someone and I'd say, if I send you something, will you put it in the casket
RPD.
right here in a certain area, right when you walk in, so that way when other people walk in, they see it. And I would have like an RPD something, and everyone would know that you were Mr. RPD.
Well, it's been a great show, great go home show for Mania. He has been Joey Hudson. He goes in with a 1 point advantage at Mania.
Yeah. After Mania, I will no longer be Mr. 1 point advantage holder. I'll either be champion or nothing.
Time will tell. Anyway, we're going to get his picks in and going to be competing for the belts. And I am
Austin Cochran, obviously not here on his Brock Lesnar shit.
And I am your Ring Post Daily Prophecy Champion, Mr. RPD, Ty Ramsey, and we have been, or this has been, the Mania Go Home show of the RPD podcast. And as always, we say happy wrestling.